Hello, everyone. This is Sean. Today we are coming to our new episode of Real Talk, and today we have one of the member of the Meta Superintelligence. His name is Chen Ran.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Chen Ran, and recently Sean helped me sold my last house with a great price. Greatly exceeded my expectations. So yeah, I'm really happy to talk to Sean here in this video.
So yeah, it's kind of like a return of a favor. So yeah, hey Chen Ran, very nice to having the opportunity to talking to you. I wanted to start with a little bit of your experience. So basically, you came from a small town in China, then came to the United States for schooling, then got first job at Google. I know that you started as an intern, then you got a retention offer, right? And then change your career path. Not necessarily path, change your career and company for like a couple of times, and now you are a staff engineer at Meta Superintelligence. So I guess this is one typical path that many Silicon Valley engineers would appreciate, or even I would say dream. So what's the overall feedback? Because there's one thing that you mentioned in one of your previous videos, that your life is not that good. So yeah, so I kind of want to curious. I'm also curious to like what's a top engineer, a top tech producer's life, and why you're saying you're not that good.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for so many great questions. So let me just try to break down those questions and answer them one by one. So first, you asked about the career path, and then you asked about my like usual comment on myself, saying I'm not that good in terms of technical skills. So yeah, I think we can talk about the career path and career choice first.
Sure.
Yeah, so looking at my career path, people like you might think, oh, okay, it's everything looks like they're well planned. Every 3 or 4 years, I there's a strategic move on my career to the next chapter, from Google to Databricks and then to Meta. Uh, Seems like well planned, right? But yeah, but I can tell you, if you know more details, it's every time there's lots of random factors
Okay.
influencing my choice, and lots of like random stuff happening
Okay.
in the background. So yeah. So if you want, we can talk more about the details, and you're gonna know it's not well planned at all. I'm not very good at planning.
Can you give us a little bit of, maybe one example why from Databricks to, because Databricks is a new IPO, right? It's kind of like a unicorn, and it's kind of like so sexy in the AI, because it's basically on the infrastructure side of everything, right? So why do you move from Databricks to Meta? I know that it were like Meta was like buy. Is it just because of, like income reason whatsoever? Yeah. So I want to know a little bit.
Yeah. So before explaining more of the details, let me just try to emphasize one point that I really would like to express uh, a lot in my daily life. That for something, for example, a job at Databricks may look very fascinating to people. Looks You're gonna earn high income and do fancy stuff, and with potential to with huge upside potential, because the IPO,
Okay.
the potential IPO, right? So for things like this, uh, as an engineer, you have to enjoy your day-to-day life to really like stay in the company.
Yeah.
So if you only enjoy the wealth, the imaginary wealth after the potential IPO, or if you only enjoy the prestige, the feeling of prestige, uh, being in that company, but if you don't enjoy your day-to-day life, there's no way you can stay. So people from outside the company may think that if you enjoy making money, that could be an incentive for you to stay. But really, for engineers, your day-to-day life is dealing with the people around you, dealing with the pressure from work, dealing with tedious work, dealing with innovative work. If you don't enjoy that kind of stuff, but you only like money, there's no way you can stay in high pressure situations like Databricks, for example. So you have to enjoy your day-to-day work. as an engineer, especially. That's my point.
Okay.
Yeah. So with that context, I can talk about the move from Databricks to Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. Why I left Databricks, because I had very bad burnout
I see.
at Databricks. Yes, because of various reasons, mostly from the workplace pressure and anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want to know more, I can talk a bit more. But in short, it's because of a bad burnout.
I see. So basically, you instead of like, because a lot of people thinking Meta is like have competitive environment. Like yeah, we know that they have like a performance review and everything, right? And they kind of like the so-called like a performance based like uh, performance-based employment management. I would say that, right? So, but in your opinion, actually, Meta is kind of like more of a life-work balance than Databricks, and that's one of the reasons that you select.
To me, yes, kind of yes. Uh, but yeah, there's more nuances to it as well for why I moved to Meta. But to some degree, yes, Meta is more of a work-life balance choice than Databricks, but still, it's a way below average in terms of work-life balance. And if I want to chase work-life balance, I wouldn't join Meta in the first place.
I see.
Yeah, I want to chase career growth, and Meta is a great choice for that at that time. Still, at this time, is still a great choice. And also the other comments you made about Meta, it's mostly true. Yes, and the layoffs has given me a lot of anxiety as well.
We'll come to layoff later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming back to our first, like question, and again, you said you want to give us some background, which we definitely appreciate. But again, why you are saying that you are not so good, and are you still thinking that way today?
Yeah, I think that's just my usual habit of thinking about how I should approach
Okay.
technical challenges,
I see.
because I have frequently changed my focus areas
Mhm.
in terms of career. For example, I used to work on totally irrelevant areas than what I'm working on today. Whenever I switch to a new area, I always I always give myself that hint of, hey, you don't know enough about this area.
Mhm.
You are way worse than the experts in this area. You need to like learn from them. You need to be an expert eventually.
I see.
But you're just not that good
I
right
see.
now.
I see.
Yeah.
So basically, what I'm hearing is that you want to keep the mindset of being hungry and being humble.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, and because I know that you're a very hilarious person, both from the previous interview and also like as a in life as a person, right? So how is I would say how are you at work? Like do you treat because you talk about a lot of pressures and things that you were like having a deeper thoughts or as you talk about the burnout and stuff, right? So. So I guess my question is that do you in your work you kind of like feeling differently with your life, or you want to like someone do like treat work and life differently?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. And for me, there are different aspects of work. So when I'm chit chatting at work, when I'm just having very relaxed conversations with my teammates,
Mhm.
I have the exact same personality as in life.
Okay.
But when we're into technical stuff, then it's totally different. We need to treat it seriously. But yes, I'm very fortunate to have a safe space at work with my close teammates.
I see.
We have a safe space to share like different perspectives, to joke on each other, to have fun together, to talk about anything we want.
Okay.
So we kind of created that safe space at work, so we get to show our real selves.
Mhm.
But when we're like talking about technical stuff, it's very serious.
I see.
Yeah.
So basically, kind of like so you're saying both you and your teammates is kind of like having a line in between work and I would say life or your daily communication.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's really great to have a safe space in the working environment where you can talk about life, talk about show your true self
Right.
with the people you trust.
Right.
That's really great.
Right. So speaking about the off-hour communication, because do you usually still talk to your teammates, or you kind of like separate once you're out of the company, you're out of the company?
I would say I'm in a very special team where I have established very good relationships with my teammates. So we have relationships outside work as well.
Okay. What do you talk? Like, sports, movies?
Yeah, we talk about everything, and sometimes we would just hang out together.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do hang out together.
Yeah.
Okay. Not like in the company.
Right.
Like
Just during weekends.
Yeah. Okay. Got it. So you even hang out with the colleagues during.
Yes.
Okay, good. Good to know that. Yeah. So I kind of like you are a little like having a little leadership in the. Are you the leader of the group? Are you the tech lead or are you the? So yeah, I can't really get what your position, like leading position is from your title. So
Yeah. So there's no
Yeah.
there's no like official like leadership title
Okay.
for most of people at Meta. So before, in my previous team at Meta, I was the so-called tech lead of the team.
Okay.
So I was responsible for like setting the technical directions and giving people instructions on their work.
Okay.
That's so-called TL, but there's no official title. Just a random title.
I see.
And but even if I was the so-called TL, still I treat everyone equally, and people see me like a friend, more of a friend rather than a lead.
Okay.
I would say, and that's how I established a great relationship with the teammates.
I see.
Yeah, and now that I have moved to a new team, I'm no longer the tech lead. I'm just the one that does the execution, which I enjoy more.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can talk a bit more later, but
Sure.
that's the context.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great question. And yeah, I think I see a lot of different aspects, like career growth, economic return, and the opportunity to do things I enjoy.
Okay.
I evaluate all of the factors. And in the recent years, I've started to realize that actually all of them tend to come together. Like because I enjoy difficult technical work, and oftentimes those kind of difficult technical work come with higher like economic return, and also come with better working environment most of the time. So a lot of positive things tend to come together. That's what I've realized.
What is the fact that drove you change from Google to Databricks? That is basically considered one of the best, stable and predictable company to like a very very strict. Because when I also want to hear a little bit about when you say you enjoy like very difficult technical jobs. Like, do you enjoy to put all the jobs like together by yourself, or you want to work with other people? So.
Yeah. So that's two different questions. So let's talk about the career move first. Yeah, Google, the technical positions at Google are generally considered as more stable than most other companies. That's a like well perceived acknowledgement in the Bay Area.
Okay.
But at that time, I was too young. I was only 4 years in this work,
Okay. Yeah.
and at the 4 year mark, I was starting to realize that if I had stayed at that team at Google, there's zero career growth for me, and there's zero economic return.
I see.
It's just that everything looks so frustrating, frustrating
Okay.
because there's no imagination for me.
I see.
I don't know what I'm gonna do next, and I was too comfortable on that team as well. So I would only spend like 3-4 hours on work every day and do the job pretty well,
Okay.
and no new challenges. So I was also in a kind of fatigue period where there's no new stimulation for me,
Okay.
especially from work. And also another very important factor that I never told anyone, but I will tell people in this video, is that at that time my wife was on a rocket in her career
Oh,
advancement. So she was making huge career advancements at that time, and that's when I realized if you made the right choice, it's much more important than like simply working hard.
so that means your wife's position change is actually becoming inspiration for you.
Yes, yeah, and since then, my wife has always been an inspiration for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's great to hear.
yeah,
Yeah. So AI has changed, a lot of the way that people work, right? Because basically there used to be a very big barrier or like a very big technical, like I would say advantage between senior engineers who have, or for whoever can do coding, right? And but today with agent, not only like ChatGPT level things, right? I know almost every engineer they use cloud, right? And the people they use all agentic tools, and they kind of like doing some engineers are using open clause and stuff, right? So basically the landscape of engineering or like coding has changed so much, right? So I think what like how much of your current skill set or previous skill set would adapt you into today's era, so you can kind of like keep yourself competitive or capable in today's environment?
that's such a great question. So before I answer this question, I would highly suggest everyone to look at Andrew Karpathy's recent interview. There's no one else than Andrew Karpathy who can say it very well on this kind of questions.
Mhm.
So Andrew Karpathy has said it all
Mhm.
on like how people, especially technical people, can adapt themselves to this new kind of technical work paradigm.
Mhm.
So, but I would give my personal comments. So for me, uh, is with such powerful AI tools shifting how we work,
Mhm.
the only thing I have to do is to learn how to use those tools,
Okay.
how to like maximize my productivity with me combined with those tools. There's no other choice. If you don't, if anyone is not doing that, you're gonna be the one left behind very soon. So yeah.
How many hours you're working every day now?
Right now, I would say on average 10 hours every day.
10 hours every day
Yeah.
with AI tools.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why is that? Because everybody is saying AI is, getting the efficiency so much faster. I mean, I'm seeing like 10 hours is not little. It's actually a pretty
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There are a lot of different factors.
Mhm.
So first of all, for me, no matter how good those tools are, no matter how efficient I am, I'm always going to work 10 hours a day. That's because I'm still in the stage where I want to develop my career. I have a lot new stuff to learn. Especially when I'm working with in the Gen AI area right now,
I
with
see.
new stuff coming out every week, I have to keep up. So I have to like spend a lot of time. But and then there's another question: if you're already so efficient, why do you need to work long hours, right?
Mhm.
That's because people are expected to deliver more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if
So
you're 10x more efficient, and then you're just expected to deliver 10x more.
I see.
That doesn't mean you can reduce your working hours.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it. So basically, I would say that's kind of like building your competitiveness or building your, like a gap in between you and your competitors,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
just
Like
yeah, to simply
deliver more,
yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
using the 10x efficiency, but still not, instead of like, doing 1 hour and rest for the next hour. So you were doing 10 hours, but you deliver like 100
yeah.
hours.
And another thing I want to point out is that with so many great AI tools right now, you still that boosts your learning velocity by 10x as well. So
Mhm.
it's much easier to learn new areas, to learn new stuff
Mhm.
now compared to before. So
Mhm.
with that, just learning has become more addictive.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's a
so
great
that's kind of the reason why I'm like tending to spend more time on both doing technical work and learning new stuff, and then doing more technical work with the stuff I learned, because learning and doing technical work has been more addictive.
So basically, you are telling us that you're not only like work, like digging in the earth to find some, gold, but well, you are actually digging every day to find some gold, not some potatoes from the process itself.
Yeah. And then one thing I need to clarify is that technical work nowadays has always been like you cannot stop learning. Even before the AI era, to achieve technical work, you need to learn to use new tools. You need to learn different programming language. You need to learn different systems every day. So there's already that like kind of mandatory learning process baked into the day-to-day technical work. Nowadays, with the AI tools, that learning process is shortened.
Shortened and
Yeah,
become faster.
more addictive as well. So we need to learn anyways, but AI tools made it easier. Why not just spend more time and learn more?
I see.
Learn 100x more.
So do you think any of this is associated with your experience at Meta?
Could you like elaborate on the question?
So are there any parts of your success is tied to being at Meta, or you think no matter what company you are at, you're gonna achieve the similar situation?
Yeah, so first of all, I wouldn't say I have achieved like huge success right now in my career. It's just I think I've had a very normal career compared to most of the people at Silicon Valley. And for any achievement, you cannot only tie those to yourself. It's always has to be put into the context. The company you're working in, the people you're working with, they're all closely related to your success. I would say, even though I don't have such huge of success.
Do you actually try to reduce your dependency at any one of the company that you stayed or you're staying right now?
I would say you need to do both. So first of all, company pays you to create value for them. So to create value, you need to tie yourself into the company. You need to learn how the internal systems work, how to work with different people, different departments in that company. You need to create value for them. But on the other hand, you need to stay competitive in the market as well. That means you need to learn transferable skills, no matter soft skills or technical skills. And so it's a there are two aspects to it, and you need to like stay on top of it on both aspects, both creating value and also stay competitive for your personal growth.
Okay, so let's talk about decision making. So, and then in order to avoid like too wide or any like unclear, uh, in order to avoid any unclear or too wide topics, let's do this. Let's just because we know that you recently bought your new home, which is this one very beautiful house, and you sold your old house, which is also a very beautiful townhome in Mountain View, right? So, when you make such decisions, do you base your decisions more on intuition, like how you feel it, or based on data analysis? Because you are an engineer, so yeah.
Yeah, just to clarify, you mean the decision of choosing choosing seller agents, or choosing to buy a new home?
Yeah, let's talk about buying a new home first. Like, how do you make decisions on deciding this is the house that I want to buy?
Oh, so first of all, to give you more context, it only took us like 10 days from deciding to buy a new home to signing the contract.
Okay.
So yeah, so 10 days end to end. So that's a very short time period, right? So in terms of decision making in purchasing this new home, it's pretty rational, I would say, for both me and my wife. We have the need to upgrade our living condition, and we evaluated our financial aspects, and we set a budget for the new home, and we look at all the new home, all the houses that falls into this budget bracket, and then we just make a decision in a few days.
I see. So basically, you're gonna be. So to me, it's more like an analytic process. You're not gonna be waiting for someone is not coming yet, right? Like because no, most people will be thinking that, oh, you know what? I just looking 10 days. There might be better ones. There might be, like a more dreaming homes that I be on the market that I can, possibly get at a cheaper price, right? However, you are telling me that you basically did not wait. Why was that?
Oh yeah, there's a very special background information that both me and my wife, we need to like work 10 or even more hours every day,
Okay.
even on weekends, to be, because we both working on Gen AI area, and to work on this in this area, you have to keep up with the new stuff coming out every week. You have to constantly learn and work. So as long as you want to stay in this area, you had no other choice. We both work in this area, so we can't allocate either one of us to spend more time looking for new houses, spending more time working on random stuff. So that's our only choice. If you want to move to a new house, you have to do it fast. Otherwise, that's gonna hurt your working, like
Your source that you want to put for work.
right.
Yeah.
And in this specific time, in the Silicon Valley, I would say it's a very special, transformative time. Keeping up with all the changes in the AI space is the most important thing for me and my wife. That's what we both agreed. That's why we made the choice. Otherwise, normally we wouldn't like hustle that much to buy a new house.
I see.
Yeah.
That's actually a very great answer, because I'm kind of seeing that you are actually putting this as a part of your overall life package, your experience package, instead of focusing on the house itself. Like for me, from what I hear, the house itself is just a vehicle of your life. You need a house to be more comfortable. You need a backyard. You need, like, a more spacious, like, place to enjoy, and that is the only reason, and you have that goal, and you do analysis. And I think your answer for me on this question is mostly, I would say, maybe 90 or 85% rational, which is actually very rare in people.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for the kind words, and yeah, but also we kind of have to do this,
Yeah.
yeah, because of our special conditions.